What's up, guys? It's Manny Brandon from Manny's Fitness Fortress, the citadel of power. You guys ever know anyone that was so mentally insane they wanted to step foot face to face in a ring with one of the most dangerous men on the planet?
It's wild the amount of people that think Mike actually stands a chance against me. I'm gonna fucking kill him.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that's Mike fucking Tyson. Hey,
yeah. So I'm like slightly scared, but that's gonna be like motivating to be on edge and to not take him.
Because listen, I'm gonna tell you right now,
lightly.
Train hard, work hard, like you know you're gonna do, and rush, bro.
100%.
I'm gonna go to the fight. I can't wait.
Can you believe this? Jake Paul says he can't believe the amount of people that are out there that think that Mike Tyson actually stands a chance against him. But then in the same breath, he says, I'm not going to take him lightly. But then after that, he says, I'm slightly scared. Come on, which is it? Which is it, man? Jake Paul and Mike Tyson have a scheduled bout, professional bout, live on July 20th on Netflix. The first live televised sporting event on Netflix. From this sparring session alone, Jake Paul needs to take notice. His trainer's going to have ruptured kidneys. Tyson's bombs, Tyson's hand speed, his bombs against the body pads, is going to create earthquakes in Jake Paul's body, hitting plain flesh, hitting straight flesh. This guy is out of his mind. He's ludicrous. I don't know what. Maybe it's the money, the bag he's after, but he's got to be insane to want to go up against Mike. Serving as one of many examples of Tyson's power. In the previous clip, he goes after opponents once he senses fear and fatigue. The guy's mouthpiece got knocked out. Once Tyson fears that you're afraid, and he says a sense of vulnerability, he attacks ferociously like a dog on a bone. He does not let up. I don't know what is going on in the mind of Jake Paul, but guess what? It will be an interesting bout. I'm predicting a 3-round knockout if he even lasts that long.
Mikey, your hands can't hit, but your eyes can't see. Been on back when the say something. I never respected it, never stay running. Been on vex, damn, know I got stacks in the lab, taking bitches straight for another cat.
Jake Paul's ridiculing Mike, talking about Mikey. Your hands can't hit, what your eyes can't see. Do you know how many opponents Mike's fought over the years that were taller and faster? You know, eventually, somebody's going to get tired. Eventually, opponents get tired. Mike takes up a lot of the ring. He's going to corner him into a space where the guy's kidneys are going to be exposed or his head is going to be exposed. So either way, it don't matter. You can only run so far. I'm sure you all agree with me. You can only run so far. You can only run so long. Just look at the pounding, listen to the pounding that Mike Tyson's trainer's body armor is taking. The punches sound like claps of thunder. Imagine those same punches, those same earthquake-like punches on plain flesh, on straight flesh. So it's funny, a lot of people see things from the outside looking in and say, I'm a little scared, but I know I can beat him. But until you feel it, until you put yourself in those shoes, until you go through that experience, few have stood in front of Mike Tyson and prevailed. I don't think Jake Paul is a Vander Holyfield. I don't think Jake Paul is a Michael Moore. I don't think Jake Paul is a George Foreman. All these guys gave Mike Tyson, well, far more difficulty than I think Jake Paul will ever be able to give him.
Day 4, it was okay. You don't know what you got.
defeat the God of War. And get ready, baby. Fire in the house.
If you look at day 4 in Mike Tyson's training footage, he says, I'm a god of war. If you look at his hand speed, his foot progression, I can't believe this man is 57. He's moving like he's 27. And that's the thing. I do not know. If no one knew who Mike Tyson was and they saw this matchup and they saw this footage, no one would guess that Mike Tyson has been retired for all these years and just coming back. So you're putting up 4 years of Jake Paul's experience against a legendary boxer like Mike Tyson with countless knockouts, one-punch knockout power, you know, and able to tap down and track down people that are limber, that have great agility in the ring, no matter how fast they are. Like I said, eventually that speed wears out. You can only run so far and so fast. But let's get into it. I want you to support an amazing artist and director. Check out my girl, Christiana Arango, and her directorial debut on Tubi with the film Paper Gems. Tap in, watch the entire film. It's an awesome, awesome drama. Tap into her YouTube, support her there as well, Christiana Arango. And also give feedback on your film. It's amazing. Don't sleep on it. Let's get started. Like I mentioned just a little while ago, Jake Paul, Mike Tyson has a professional fight that's going to be live on Netflix June 20th. Everybody's looking forward to it. And it's the first live sporting event that Netflix has had. Now, Jake's record is 9-1. Like I said, he does not have the experience of Mike Tyson. He's 28 years old, all right, trained only 4 years, but he looks amazing. He's made an awesome progression from being a YouTuber into a professional fighter. All right. Jake thinks he's faster than Mike. He says Mike is bigger, but he's faster. He thinks Mike is more experienced, but he said he's fresher. So I think he thinks he's sharper. He thinks he's going to use his agility or try to use his agility to his advantage. All I'm seeing when I look at these clips of Mike Tyson is muscle memory. This guy looks, I'm talking about some frames, he looks like he's even faster than he was in his last fight, when he last fought professionally. And I'm not talking about the Roy Jones Jr. fight. Jake Paul was told to stop Mike from getting inside, and he had an interview with an popular anchor, and in this discussion he was told to extract or give details of his strategy. He said, you know, you got to watch Mike's inside. You got to watch his inside game. It's going to be kidney, head, kidney, uppercut. There's fun things about certain legendary like athletes, especially boxers. You can read on paper what their strategy is, what their history of attacks are. It doesn't matter. When you get in a ring, there's still no way you can stop that from coming because you don't know what order they're going to do it in. You don't know, you may know that they're capable of it, but you won't see it coming. And he ain't gonna see it coming. When he's covering his face up, when he covers his face up, the kidneys are gonna be exposed. If he covers his body up, you know, the head is gonna be exposed. So it's a guess. Boxing is as much a strategy game, a game of the mind, a game of the body, as far as also guesses, making the right guesses. So all that, you know, strategy stuff, being able to anticipate this and that, that's not going to work with Mike. Now, with a little bit of satire, the newscaster, the news anchor Jesse talks to, Jake and says, "What are you going to do if Mike bites your ear off?" A little bit of satire, and the thing is, he jokes about it, and Jake says, "He ain't going to be able to catch. He ain't going to be able to bite what he can't catch." And I think that he's delving into the mental aspect of Mike's age too much. You know, he doesn't seem to see what's right in front of him. He's concentrating too much on Mike's age and thinking that Mike is going to come in there like some slow, sluggish snail or turtle. Mike is not slow. At 57 years old, he's not slow. If you guys have seen the footage on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, you know that at 57 years old, he's still not slow. He's got the same hand speed. I can tell. I've seen boxers who have slowed down. Evander Holyfield, one of my favorite boxers of all time, is much slower. Tyson's boxing speed, his hand speed, is not slower. So I don't know what he's going to do. I can't see him escaping or running from Mike around that ring. I don't know what size ring they're going to have, but I can't see him getting away from Mike. Ultimately, you're going to have to stand in front of your tormentor. And when that happens, you're going to have to... there's no way to get away. There's no way to get away. We're not talking about a 60-year-old George Foreman who took, by the way, destroyed boxers half his age and 10, 15 years younger in his comeback. Holyfield was able to overcome that, but that's a different animal. George Foreman, at that age, was still super powerful. He didn't have the speed, but he had the power, and he had the resilience, the toughness to take all those blows. All right. Now, if you're fast, at one point you got to say, how much running is this guy going to do? And if he's doing that much running, that's that much more time that he's not actually hitting. He's on the defensive. So I think Mike is just going to have Jake so much on the defensive that he's not even going to be able to put in that many blows. Once he gets close, he still has to back away right after said combination. And Mike's going to be close enough to, even if he only gets 1 or 2 hits in before he backs away again, Mike's hits are not like nobody else's hits. There's only one guy that I know in history that's able to take Mike Tyson toe-to-toe. Everybody else, Lennox Lewis with his long arms, tagged and got away, tagged and stepped away, tagged and backed up, tagged and slated right to the left. Holyfield was the only fighter in history that fought Tyson and stood toe-to-toe with him. He didn't back away from nothing. And for some reason, he wasn't afraid. Holyfield is one of the greatest counter punchers in boxing history, especially in the heavyweight. If you look at his boxing history and look at his attacks, his straight punches, his uppercuts, his hook shot, every time Holyfield got hit, he usually came back with 1 or more blows than what he got hit with. One of the greatest counter punchers of all time. So Jake, to me, is going to have to stand toe-to-toe at some point and give some exchanges. And I don't think he's going to be able to do that without getting hurt. That's why I think Mike is going to destroy him. Now, I'll get into a few more things that I think will be Mike's advantages, and then we'll go on to Jake Paul. Mike's got that awesome sidestepping move and turning to the left, 180 either side, 95 degrees. But the leaning and the bowing and the crouching and the coming up, ripping up with that kidney shot, I think is going to be the demise of Jake. I don't think there's any way he can defend against that because most people don't see it coming when it does come. Now, Mike's got the power and he's got that momentum of a juggernaut once he gets inside. So the power, if you get hit, is what's it takes the breath out of most people, no matter how fast they are. When they do get hit, it actually fatigues them and slows them down. And then Mike just freaking chips them down and chips off and then finishes them off from there. They're fatigued, they're hurt, they can't move as fast, and they're on the defensive even more. So Mike's gonna have the strength and the power. All right, and once he smells blood, once he sees that you're hurt or staggering a little bit, that hypes, like Mike just gets confidence to come in even harder. Now, on Jake's side, Jake has the youth and the speed. He's going to have to run around that freaking ring like Mayweather. Because I applaud Mayweather's legacy, but a lot of fights, I think he asked for bigger rings and stuff like that. He did a lot of maneuvering. Jake Paul, he's going to have to do a lot of running, and he's going to have to use his speed and agility to his advantage. He's going to have to run and use that agility for all rounds. If they don't knock anybody out, no one gets knocked out, he's going to have to run for wherever it is, 10, 12 rounds. And I don't think he can do that because everybody gets tired. And eventually, even if he does continue that fast mobility for about 6, 7 rounds, I think he's eventually going to get tired. He's going to slow down, and then Mike is going to catch him standing, and this one Mike is going to hurt him. So I think speed and youth is powerful and is a very great advantage against someone who is of equal caliber. But Mike Tyson is a whole different animal. Like I said, he's a god of war. Not the god, but a god of war. And I don't think Jake Paul's ready for that. But you know what? Let me know what you guys think. Drop your comments, your thoughts, and your opinions down in the comments. Go down into the links and tap up all the links and check out our merch. Support me on all my other platforms. And let me guys know if you got any wagers on this fight, if you're going to go watch it, live stream it, whatever. And this is a big, huge opportunity for Netflix. So I know it's going to be an awesome event. Looking forward to it. Thanks for watching Manny's Fitness Fortress. Subscribe to the channel, like, share, all that good stuff, guys. And please support the channel with your donations. We love you. We'll see you in the next video. Peace.